Hello, it's Cecilia from Virtuas, and today we're going to go over the different ways you can view your task in Teams. So here's the birthday plan with a couple more tasks and tags. Everything is sorted into buckets and we've got assignments, due dates, and everything on here. This is really great for the task level stuff, but what if you want to get a closer look at what's going on in the project as a whole? There are a couple of different view options. By default, everything is grouped into these buckets, but say I want to see who's got the most work since there are some unassigned tasks. You can change the view by going over here and changing the grouping to say group by assigned to. We'll see here that any task that hasn't been assigned yet is in this column, while everyone else has a column with all of their tasks. You can see some tasks are repeated because they are assigned to multiple people. For instance, this task is assigned to Alex, Christine, and Deborah, so it's going to show up in all three of their columns. You can also group by progress, so you can see which tasks haven't started yet. You can see that these are the tasks that haven't started, these are the ones in progress, and these are the ones that are completed. There's also an option to group by priority, and priority is an optional setting you can use. The priorities are low, medium, which is the default, important, and urgent. That's a way that you can prioritize your work. So for instance, you might look at this and say, well, we've got to get the urgent stuff done first and work our way back from urgent to important to medium and all the way down to the low. Now, this isn't the only view you have, and you actually have this really cool dashboard here, and just go over to where it says boards and click the charts view. So in the charts, this is going to give you everything that's going on with your project. So this shows you the status of all the tasks, and there's an area to see the different buckets with the different tasks, as well as your priority, and everyone in this Teams channel gets their own area to see the progress on the task. So this is pretty easy to miss because you have all this information, but it's important to note that your cards are still over here in the right-hand column. You can change the way that they are sorted like before, but they are squeezed into one column, so it's a bit harder to see what's going on in the individual task. Now the last view we're going to look at is the schedule view. This is our calendar view and it has all of the events scheduled in it. This task is showing on one day because that's the day it's due, but you can see that this task stretches for several days. That's because we set a start date and an end date. Now it's not required that you use a start date, but if you do, this is what it's going to look like. That's all we have for this video and this series. Hopefully you've gotten some tips on how you can digitally manage your task. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next video.